Houston-area high schools. Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Beal.
Thank you so very much, and we're glad you've joined us today for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. This is the last of our fourth-round matches. After this, the quarterfinals. And our fourth-round teams on today's show, Langham Creek and Bellaire. This sound means you're right. This sound means you've answered incorrectly. And this tone wraps up each round. The first round we call the warm-up round, and it begins by me wishing you good luck and reading this five-pointer. Say you're in Italy. You drop into a gelateria. What would you buy?
Bellaire, Michael.
Ice cream. Ice cream is right for 5 points. I have a 10-pointer. Although it's called a pie, which dessert is actually a two-layer...
Langham Creek, Michael. Quiche.
No. A two-layer cake with a custard filling, Bellaire.
Bellaire, Erica.
Boston cream pie.
Boston cream pie is right for 10 points. And I'm getting a little hungry, so let's go on to the area of science now. For 5 points, the moons of which planet were named for the nymphs of Naiad and Galatea?
Langham Creek, James. Neptune.
Neptune is right. You came up with it in time for Poseidon's lovers, Thalassa and Larissa, and for Poseidon's son, Proteus, and his daughter, Despina. For 10 points, these are all novels by E.L. Doctorow, except Ragtime, The Book of Daniel, The Hotel New Hampshire, Billy Bathgate, or Welcome to Hard Times.
Langham Creek, Hong.
The Hotel New Hampshire.
That was written by John Irving. All right. A visual question now worth 5. Look at your screen here in the Channel 2 studio. This American bird is known for the ability to mimic...
Bellaire, Bert.
The mockingbird. The mockingbird. State bird of Texas. Right. For 5 points, the following photographs, released in 1990, were all related to a disaster at what site? Colts with 8 limbs, calves with deformed jaws.
Langham Creek, James. Chernobyl.
Chernobyl is right. Deformed jaws and disjointed spinal columns, pigs with no eyes, but no three-eyed fish were found. For 5 points, it's divided into musical and non-musical, proper and ordinary. What is this most important service of the Roman Rite, derived from the ritual commemoration of the Last Supper?
Langham Creek, James. Communion.
That's not the answer. Bellaire?
Bellaire, Bert.
Liturgy. We need mass. No score. For 10 points, which art term comes from the French word for pasting? Would it be...
Bellaire, Bert.
Collage? Collage is right, and not decal, dada, gouache, or chiaroscuro. For 5 points, I have a math question for you. If a yardstick casts a shadow 1 foot long, how many feet tall is a tree which casts a shadow of 20 feet?
Bellaire, Bert.
60 feet. 60 feet is right. Very quick. And I have a 10-point music question. Andy Williams, Don Williams, Hank Williams, or Roger Williams? Which musician is represented in...
Langham Creek, Hong.
Hank Williams.
No. In this next selection, Bellaire.
I've been loved by the best. I can't settle now for less.
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Andy Williams. No. Tell him, audience. Don Williams. Okay, country music fans. All right, for 5 points. In a famous personal letter, he wrote, "Only lunatics or suicides who themselves want to perish would seek to destroy your country." Who sent this crucial letter on October 23rd, 1962?
Bellaire, Bert.
Khrushchev. Khrushchev sent it to Kennedy to end the Cuban Missile Crisis. I have a 10-pointer. Which of these classics is not a silent film? Birth of a Nation, Metropolis, Nanook of the North, Grand Hotel, or The Gold Rush?
Bellaire, Bert.
Grand Hotel. Grand Hotel is not a silent film, right. And with that, Bellaire takes a 50-20 lead. A 5-point math question. A rectangle is 90 feet long and 10 feet wide. What is the length of a side of a square which has the same...
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
30. 30 feet is right, same area. Bert and Jeffrey are like this on the math questions. Here's a 10-pointer. This term, derived from a Spanish word meaning swagger or bluster, originally meant the military use of a trumpet flourish to sound a challenge or indicate defiance. But later it also came to mean the non-military use of flourishes in classical compositions. Name the term.
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Fanfare.
Fanfare is the word we sought. Right, Jeffrey. 10-point visual question. Look at your monitor at this simplified street map and name the city.
Langham Creek, James.
Moscow.
That is Moscow. Right. For 10 points, another multiple choice question. These sleuths are all Agatha Christie's except Jane Marple, Ariadne Oliver, Nero Wolfe, Tuppence Beresford, or Hercule Poirot. Marple, Oliver.
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Nero Wolfe.
Nero Wolfe is the answer for 10 points. Who wrote those Nero Wolfe stories? Mike Mastandria?
Spade.
We'll
Mickey
check it out
Spillane?
during the break and tell you when we come back to play the bonus round. Who wrote those Nero Wolfe? Well, it was Rex Stout who wrote those Nero Wolfe stories. As the gentleman who is training the camera on me right now knew, and I keep saying one of these days we're going to get the high school students off the panel and get the crew up there and test their knowledge. At any rate, we have a score of 30 for Langham Creek and 75 for Bellaire. Let's take a break now and meet the contestants. First of all, from Langham Creek High School, 1991 U.S. Department of Education National Exemplary School, in fact. Congratulations. And let's meet Angeline Chu, a senior National Merit semifinalist, first place in the Jets in English competition. Captain of the academic decathlon team as well. Next to her is Hong Tran, a junior, National History Fair finalist and national finalist in the American Computer Science League and officer of Model United Nations. And next, James Ayers, a sophomore. Did I pronounce your last name correctly? Okay. James is achieved second place in the National Science Olympiad contest in computers, national championship team member in the American Computer Science League, and regional in the Jets achieved first place in regional in the math competition. Next is Michael Kaiser, a junior, president of the Solid Rock Christian Club, member of the national championship team in the American Computer Science League, along with James, and ambassador of Canada to Houston-area Model United Nations. Their head coach is Scotty Johnson. Assistants are Jim Lindsay and Dina Johnson. That's the team from Langham Creek. Their opponents and winners of the Texaco Star Academic Challenge 2 years ago, Bellaire High School. This is an all-senior team. The captain is Bert Huang, a National Merit semifinalist, president of the National Honor Society, associate editor of the yearbook staff, vice president Mu Alpha Theta. On weekdays he's an Eagle Scout, but it says here that on weekends he becomes a Girl Scout. Bert, there's something called standards and practices we have to discuss with you after the show. Next is Erica Jonitz, a National Merit semifinalist, IB, that's International Baccalaureate, diploma candidate, historian of the German Club, participant in the Summer Academy in Braunschweig, Germany, and voted the fairest Texaco team member. No doubt for her sense of righteousness. Okay, next is Jeffrey Chuang, a National Merit semifinalist, president of Mu Alpha Theta, and vice president of the Taiwanese Youth Association. Next is Michael Zamsky, a National Merit semifinalist, captain of the debate team, vice president Model UN, and their alternates are Michael Eichberg and Lior Strahilovitz. Sponsor Mrs. Ida Medlin. That's the team from Bellaire High. Now I'm pleased to introduce the distinguished ones, the officials. Tom Hudson, professor of physics, University of Houston, and Mike Mastandria, chief judge of the Texaco Star National Academic Championship. We're ready now for the bonus round. If you get a toss-up right, you'll have a chance for a conference on a 4-part bonus, which could get you 50 points. Your first bonus subject is about women's magazines. Here's a 10-point toss-up. Susan B. Anthony was the most famous of American suffragettes. She launched her own newspaper called Revolution. Complete its motto: men, their rights, and nothing more.
Langham Creek, Angeline.
Women, their rights, and nothing less.
Is correct for 10 points. Well done, Angeline. Okay, and Hong, James, and Michael will join you for the Women's Magazine bonus. The original 7 sisters were the stars that make up the Pleiades star cluster. The name has since been applied to other groups of 7, including the 7 Northeast U.S. women's colleges. The 7 sisters are also the nation's leading women's service magazines. Name any 4 of those 7. You learn 5 points for the first, 10 for the second, and so forth. And incidentally, we're not talking about a heavy emphasis on militant feminism or on fashion in this series, so you might want to keep that in mind. An incorrect answer stops you.
The Women's Home Journal.
No, I'm sorry. That would be the Ladies' Home Journal, Better Homes and Gardens, Family Circle, Good Housekeeping, McCall's Red Book, and Woman's Day. Okay, Benjamin Franklin is your next subject. Here is a 10-point toss-up. The name of a horizontal handrail found in a ballet studio can be...
Langham Creek, Angeline.
A bar.
spelled with 5 letters or with 3. Name it and give both spellings.
Bellaire, Erica.
Bar, B-A-R-B-A-R-R-E.
That is the answer for 10 points. Sorry, Angeline, I know you would have known how to spell it. Benjamin Franklin goes to Bellaire. Complete these sayings associated with Benjamin Franklin. For 5 points here, Skug lies. Snug as a...
Bug.
In a bug.
A snug as in a rug, as a bug in a rug. Snug as a bug in a rug.
Snug as a bug in a rug. Okay.
Finally put it
For 10
together.
points, work as if you were to live 100 years. Pray as if you were to die...
Today. Today. Tomorrow. Today.
Sorry, you were between today and tomorrow, and it was tomorrow. Oh, well. You picked up 5. Let's check that score now. It's 90-40 in favor of Bellaire. 1991 is your next bonus. Here's a 10-point toss-up. What type of cosmetic product is used to impart color to the cheeks?
Bellaire, Erica.
Blush.
Or rouge is correct for 10 points. Okay, Bert, Eric, Erica, Jeffrey, and Michael again. 1991 is your subject. For 5 points, saying, here's a disease where you can control its spread by your own behavior. In defending his administration's research and prevention efforts, President Bush urged behavioral change to stem the spread of what illness?
AIDS.
Sure, AIDS is correct. For 10 points, among the 1991 inductees to the Pro Football Hall of Fame was what former Dallas Cowboys president and general manager? Not head coach and not owner, president and general manager.
Your answer?
Tom Landry.
No, he was the coach, but Tex Schramm was the former president and general manager. Can't go on. Heron is your next bonus. Here's a 10-point musical toss-up. What famous 50s duo broke up while on stage at Knott's Berry Farm in 1973?
Bellaire, Bert.
Simon and Garfunkel.
No.
Langham Creek, Michael.
Sonny and Cher.
No, that is the Everly Brothers. Okay, for 5 points, it's considered the most heavily used river in the world and has been the subject of some very vicious water rights battles, one of which nearly led to a war between...
Langham Creek, Michael.
The Mississippi?
No, between California and Arizona.
Bellaire, Michael.
Colorado River.
The Colorado River is right, and the points and the opportunity goes to Bellaire. Heron is your subject. For 5 points, great blue herons are found only in 2 countries. Name either one of them.
United States. United States.
Yes, and Canada's the other. For 10 points, herons are referred to as blank birds from their habit of standing in water. Fill in the blank.
Waiting.
Waiting is right. For 15 points, what adaptation do wading birds have for their habitat?
Long legs. Long legs.
Is correct. Also long, sharp bills. For 20 points and a total of 50 on heron. How do herons feed their young?
Regurgitation. Regurgitation.
Regurgitation is right, and they got 50 points on the heron bonus. There's the tone. We're out of time in the first half. We'll be back with the 60 seconds round, and when we do so, these subjects: German, state songs, history, and the secret category. Quite a crowd on hand at the KPRC TV studios today, and the score at this juncture is 40 for Langham Creek and 160 for Bellaire. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are supplied by Questions Unlimited of Columbus, Ohio. Now let's get into the 60 seconds round. Once you make a selection, we'll give you 1 minute to answer as many questions as you can, 10 points apiece. Any questions missed or passed are referred to the other team. And if you get all 10 right, we'll give you a 20-point bonus. You could certainly use that 120 points. Langham Creek, we're pulling for you. What category will you have?
History.
History is the subject. Start the clock. Here we go. What country was once said to lie behind the bamboo curtain?
China.
Right. What U.S. state capital was the only one destroyed and rebuilt?
D.C.
Did the Renaissance begin in Heidelberg, Siena, Detroit, or Shanghai?
Heidelberg. Heidelberg.
No. What mountains did Ivan the Terrible cross to conquer western Siberia?
Caucasus.
No. A rattlesnake and the warning, "Don't tread on me," appeared on the flag of what American naval captain?
John Paul Jones.
Right. The people of ancient Egypt nearly always wore clothing of what color, which was considered sacred?
White.
Right. Which of the following cities was originally a Greek colony in Sicily? Sparta, Philadelphia, Troy, Syracuse, or Ithaca?
Syracuse.
Right. What general decorated Douglas MacArthur for bravery on the Chateau Thierry front?
Eisenhower.
No. Which six-nation group of Native Americans has not accepted American citizenship and considers itself a separate nation?
The Iroquois Confederation.
Right. In what city was the Festival of Bacchanalia held? Time runs out. Mike Bastandri, how many?
50 points.
50 points on history. It means the possible 50 points for Bellaire on the leftovers. Which U.S. state capital was the only one destroyed and rebuilt?
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia is right. Did the Renaissance begin in Heidelberg, Siena, Detroit, or Shanghai?
Siena.
Siena, Italy is right. What mountains did Ivan the Terrible cross to conquer western Siberia?
The Urals.
Right. What general decorated Douglas MacArthur for bravery on the Chateau Thierry front?
Charles de Gaulle.
No, it was John J. Pershing. And finally, in what city was the Festival of Bacchanalia held?
Athens.
No, it was Rome, your other try.
Okay.
30 points for Bellaire on the leftovers, and you're in the catbird seat team. Bert and company, what do you have?
We'll take the mystery category.
The mystery category is geography. Start the clock, here we go. Knowing what makes up the Great Barrier Reef should give you a clue to the name of the sea it's in. What is it?
Coral Sea.
Right. Of China, Australia, and India, which is closest in land area to the U.S.?
China.
Right. In which mountain range will you find the Cumberland Gap?
Appalachian.
Right. In which two hemispheres does Australia lie?
Western and Southern.
Western and Southern.
No. What two Great Lakes border Wisconsin?
Michigan and Superior.
Michigan and Superior.
That is correct. The Bay of Biscay is off the coast of France, and Biscayne Bay is off the coast of which U.S. state?
Florida.
Right. In which country would you find Waterloo?
Belgium.
Right. On what river is the West Point Military Academy located?
Potomac? I don't know. Hudson.
Hudson.
Right. Identify the closest capital to the Comstock lode.
Boulder.
Carson City.
That's it. And finally, what river flows through a city that has a country inside it? Time runs out. They got 80 points on the mystery category, geography. A possible 20 now for Langham Creek. In which two hemispheres does Australia lie?
The Eastern and the Southern.
The eastern and the southern. And what river flows through a city that has a country inside it?
Tiber.
Tiber is right. That's it for the 60 seconds round. When we return, Stump the Experts. Stay where you are. The score at the start of the fourth and final quarter is 110 for Langham Creek, 270 for Bellaire. It's time for Stump the Experts. That means we'll have a series of rapid-fire questions, difficult questions, until time runs out. And we'll start with a 20-point art question. He was one of the greatest landscape painters in history. The work you are looking at is a depiction of Salisbury Cathedral and is one of...
Bellaire, Erica.
John Constable.
John Constable is the name of that 19th century English artist. For 15 points finish, this familiar quotation by Santayana. Those who cannot remember the past...
Bellaire, Bert.
Are condemned to repeat it.
Word for word, he got it. Well done, Bert. For 20 points, what NAACP leader, known as Mississippi's Martin Luther King, was shot to death in...
Bellaire, Bert.
W.E.B. Du Bois.
No, in Jackson, Mississippi in June 1963? You know his name, Langham Creek? He was Medgar Evers. For 15 points, what kitchen device resembles an hourglass but has only about 3 minutes?
Langham Creek, Michael.
An egg timer.
An egg timer. 3 minutes worth of sand. All right, you'll need paper and pencil for 20 points. Match these Greek classics with their authors. First, the titles. The Clouds, The Trojan Women, Oedipus at Colonus, and 7 Against Thebes. There are the titles. Here are the authors. Aeschylus, Aristophanes, Euripides, and the last is Sophocles. Titles again are
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Clouds is Sophocles, Trojan War is Aristophanes, Oedipus is Aeschylus, and 7 Against, the 7 Against is Euripides.
No, that's not the answer. I'll read them again for Langham Creek. The Clouds, The Trojan Women, Oedipus at Colonus, and 7 Against Thebes. And the authors, Aeschylus, Aristophanes, Euripides, and Sophocles. Can you take a 20-point guess, Langham?
Langham Creek, Angeline.
Oedipus was Sophocles, Trojan Women was Euripides, The Clouds was Aeschylus, and 7 Against Thebes was Euripides.
No, I'm sorry. The Clouds was Aristophanes, Trojan Women, Euripides, Oedipus, Sophocles, and Thebes, Aeschylus. For 15 points, listen to this selection from a piano sonata and identify the composer.
Langham Creek, Michael.
Chopin?
No.
Bellaire, Bert.
Franz Liszt.
No, that is the Appassionata Sonata of Beethoven. For 15 points, listen carefully to the following list of musicians and place them in correct chronological order, earliest to latest. Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Copland, and Handel.
Bellaire, Bert.
Handel, Beethoven, Rachmaninoff, Copland.
That is correct. For 15 points, here's a 20-pointer. Sigmund Freud said, the great mystery of life is what does a woman want? Perhaps he was paraphrasing the question of a certain pilgrim on the road to Canterbury in Chaucer's famous tale. Who was the person who repeatedly asked, what does a woman like best?
Langham Creek, Angeline.
The Friar?
Not the friar,
Bellaire, Bert.
The Squire.
not the squire. It's the wife of Bath. For 15 points, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution are on display in the National Archives. What would happen automatically to protect these documents if an earthquake...
Langham Creek, Michael.
They would descend into a vault.
Yes, the cases holding the documents would instantly drop into an underground vault. And for 20 points, the Penta Hotel in New York City lays claim to having the longest continually used telephone number in New York City history. Now, you might not be expected to know the number, except for the fact that it was made famous as the title of an immortal song by one of the big band era's most famous band leaders. What is the famous phone number?
Bellaire, Erica.
Pennsylvania 65000.
That's the answer for 20 points. Nicely done. I have a 20-point visual question. Look at your screen and name this city in north-central France, which contains the cathedral you see on your screen.
Bellaire, Bert.
Rouen.
No, but that's a good try. Langham Creek.
Langham Creek, Angeline.
Want to say Michelle?
No, it would be Chartres. For 20 points, what was Justice Sandra Day O'Connor's rejoinder to a lawyer who said, I would like to remind you gentlemen of an important legal point? What'd she say?
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Justice would be fine.
No. Langham Creek? What'd she say? She said, would you like to remind me too? Okay. For 20 points, drinking the juice of what fruit prevents attacks of cystitis and other urinary tract infections?
Bellaire, Erica.
Cranberry?
Cranberry juice is right for 20 points. Here's a 15-pointer. 2 U.S. presidents served in the White House under different names than those they'd been given at birth. Identify any 2 of these 4 names.
2 minutes left. Langham Creek, James.
Grant. U.S. Grant.
Any 2 of these 4 names, Bellaire. 2 U.S. presidents served.
Bellaire, Bert.
Grant and Truman.
No, we wanted full names. Hiram Ulysses Grant and Ulysses Simpson Grant, and then there was Leslie Lynch King, Jr., who became Gerald R. Ford. For 20 points, what sentence in the Bible comes between ask and it shall be given unto you and knock, and it shall be opened unto you.
Langham Creek, James.
Seek and ye shall find.
That is the answer. 20 points added to the Langham Creek score, and I have a 20-point music question. This violin music never seems to stop, and that may give you a clue to its title. Name the piece or the composer.
Bellaire, Bert.
Perpetual motion.
Perpetual Motion is right for 20 points. You know the composer, Bert? The composer was Paganini. For 15 points, what unit is equal to 1 dyne centimeter, 10 to the negative 7th power joules?
Langham Creek, Michael.
1 erg.
1 erg is right for 15 points. And for 20 points, give me the title of Leo DeRocher's 1975 autobiography. Leo DeRocher. What book did he write about himself?
Langham Creek, James.
Play ball.
Not Play Ball. Bellaire?
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Take me out to the ball game.
No, he wrote Nice Guys Finish Last. For 20 points, other than the hydrogen and oxygen in the water itself, what is the most common dissolved element in seawater by weight?
Langham Creek, James.
Nitrogen.
Not nitrogen.
Bellaire, Jeffrey.
Sodium.
No, it would be chlorine. For 15 points, name the officer who keeps order during the meetings of clubs and deliberative.
Bellaire, Bert.
Parliamentarian or sergeant at arms.
They're different people.
They're different people. Langham Creek.
Langham Creek, Angeline.
Parliamentarian.
No, it's Sergeant at Arms. For 20 points, shortly before the most prestigious university in the Middle East celebrated its 125th anniversary, a massive bomb wrecked its... We're talking about American University in Beirut. The game is now over. And let's look at the scoreboard. The final is Langham Creek 175, Bellaire 380. The winners, Bellaire High School. We'd like to congratulate Langham Creek, though, on a very good season. 3-1 record is very good. Bellaire, you've advanced to the quarterfinals. You'll be playing against Clements on the 25th of April. Quarterfinal starts next week on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. St. John's takes on Tomball. Chip Beal, see you then.